Hello, this is Scott Blumenthal. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Hot Corner. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at Roger Goodell, the often maligned commissioner of the National Football League, and his latest mishap took place, or at least came to light last Friday when it was released by a judge that yes, Commissioner Goodell did mishandle the Ray Rice situation, meaning he said he didn't have full evidence and that Rice was ambiguous about his story about literally knocking his fiancée unconscious, and that was not the truth. Commissioner Goodell had the ammunition all along to suspend Ray Rice. He was told the correct story from Ray Rice and his wife Janae, but he chose to turn a blind eye to domestic violence, originally only suspending Rice for 2 games, and then after the public outcry came about, he went back on that and suspended him indefinitely. But the main thing here is that when you're the judge and the jury, as Commissioner Goodell is, you can manipulate evidence as you see fit. Just in this case, that worked against him, and it was brought about to a private committee and a judge to make a ruling on this, and the ruling was that Goodell basically botched this case, botching this case and really having no feel for what the public would think of domestic violence, just acts in addition to his follies in regards to what he did with Bountygate, when he just basically arbitrarily suspended New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton and then destroyed all the evidence, all the tapes in the Bountygate case, his turning a blind eye to concussions and head trauma throughout the NFL, and really doing no research and spending no money on that until 2010. And then in addition to this, the way he's botched the Ray Rice case, it just makes him an unbelievably handsomely paid commissioner at $44 million a year. But that doesn't make you, even if you're making $44 million a year, that doesn't make you immune to criticism. And at this point, I guess the only reason that he's keeping his job is the owners like it. The impetus is on him to take all the heat for all his mistakes, and the owners are able to sit in the background and not take any of the heat that maybe they would take for some other mistakes throughout the league. So Goodell will continue to be put by the fire, kind of while the owners slide by, and that's probably the only reason he's keeping his job, is he's employed very, very handsomely at $44 million a year by these owners. Otherwise, in any other profession, he'd be out of his job. Thanks a lot for joining me, Scott Blumenthal, for another edition of the Hot Corner.